So yeah, we had a bit of a technical issue, but we seem to be back and running up as we speak. We're currently with Gav Pig on board with him at the moment, taking the long street down. Obviously, DSR right there. He's going to go right into a right turn, then swiftly coming into a left turn at the end there. Just at the end of this area is the pit lane, but he's carrying on, so straight through start and finish right here at the African Academy Online Racing. As I say, apologies for the technical break. We had some issues, and at the moment we're running the custom type format, because we did find there were some issues with the championship format. So yep, it's all happening on the custom setting. Just popping through. Also, what I've done is just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see, I've also taken off the description on the sides, so it's a little bit of a better picture when it comes to viewing what's actually happening on the track here this evening. So a little bit, this is the China Grand Prix, normally held in the Shanghai International Raceway. It was actually built for round about, I think it was about $470 million, and has about 16 corners in all. And I think the record holder in a race currently stands, was set in 2004, and that was by believe it or not, Michael Schumacher. He actually set that record way back, and I think he set it in a Ferrari, to be honest. So let's see what happens today. I think it was around about 1 minute 32 in a race. So that was great stuff by Michael Schumacher at the time. Let's just put on some of the times that we are looking at currently. Gav Pig in this practice session, around about 3 minutes to go, and he's just put on a nice time of 1 minute 35.363 seconds. So he's taken top spot. So really nice stuff. Good to see the Sackman up there. He's in the pits at the moment, so hopefully he's doing something special there to make that car of his go a little bit quicker. And then as we go down, we can see Ivan Pig's out. Ivan Stradham's out. He's had a bit of a ongeluk, I think it is. And yeah, all looking good. Some guys are ghosting, so that's not too cool. So there we are with Gav. And I'm just going back. So we got 14 participants this evening. We got, here's the judge man himself. Yellow helmet, yellow and green, I'm sure. Knowing judge, no, it's yellow and red. So I think he's taken on the Ferrari yellow helmet. But anyway, great stuff. Nice to see we've run out of fuel. Gooseman has run out of fuel, so let's have a look what's going on. Let's go back to yeah, nice stuff in the familiar white helmet with the black and gold stripe. It's Springbok himself, Springbok Gamer. A little bit on the back side there. And then Wes at 8, which I'm gonna see. I'm sure he's gonna be doing. He's on the Super Softs right now. Familiar blue helmet. And doing quite nicely in the McLaren. So let's have a look and see what actually happens there. Pete Ballas. Ooh, heavy braking there. There it comes round. Up towards the pit area, but we'll see what he does. He's remaining on the track. A little bit wide there, so he might have a bit of a time issue there, because they're quite strict on that particular corner. If you're not sort of tucked in quite nicely there, you're going to have a problem, because that's going to not be doing, your time will not be counted. And let's move up to Staff. Obviously, he's got the stripe, the green stripe on his helmet there. And yeah, he seems to be a little bit wide there. Spoke to Staff a little bit early on today. He doesn't seem too well, so I'm hoping he's going to make it through the Grand Prix. Here's Robbie, a little bit wide there, number 8. Let's stay with him a little bit. Sorry, number 6. Going a little bit blind there for a second. Number 6. And then Sackman in the pits. Still not out of the pits. And then we've got Devet. Fossey's just retired from session, so I think he's just done something really wild. But we'll see, probably hear a little bit later on from him. Gav Pig's gone into the pits again just to have a look. We've finished the practice session. So let's have a look. Sorry I couldn't bring you all the practice session. But in about 3 minutes from now, we'll be starting the qualification side of the business. So a couple of guys retiring now and just getting out so that the session can start a little bit quicker. And remember, you're watching right now the African Academy Online Racing League. My name's Savi, and hopefully if you are interested in joining us on a Sunday, I think the new season will start with the 2018 format of the game. So just to give you a little bit from the race director's side, there we go. The fastest time there was on practice was done on softs. The second fastest time was done on super softs by Fossey, but 1 minute 35.362. The Formula One guys in the real life are doing this track at about 1 minute 32 in that vicinity. So 3 seconds to go. We're just going to take a quick break, and just to make sure we don't infringe on any logos. And obviously not have, but that's straight in. So that's great stuff there. I'm pretty happy. We're going straight into that, and then we'll have a go and see how we're doing. So 13 races, 13 people racing this evening. I think the others are still trying to join. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so let's let you know what's going on. We do seem to have a bit of problems this evening. I don't know, it's just one of those things. We're on board with the judge man himself, and he's currently in fourth. Looks as though we're down to 13 races for this evening. Don't quite know why we are having so much technical problems. But hopefully that sorts itself out and we can get on with what we're here to do, and that's obviously give you some commentary on what's actually taking place here at this Grand Prix. So we've got a couple of guys out on the track. They haven't posted any times, but we should see some times coming up in a couple of seconds. And as I said, they're on their outermost laps, majority of them. And obviously to look at putting something up on the screen as soon as we get some notification from the tower here. They'll give us exactly what the times are and how the guys are doing. And then we can obviously give you some insight to where and who will be on pole here at the African Academy Online Racing Grand Prix for China. It's basically 8 minutes to go. There's the first time there. Well done. And it looks like Ivan and the Gooseman, the Sackman's just set up a time as well, quite nicely. 136s at the moment on 135s. There's Staff. Staff's just pumped in. Gav's just pumped in. So he's done. And there we go. Wes has just gone on top. He's taken pole currently. There's 7 minutes to go. Around about 7 minutes to go. So we'll see what transpires from there. Let's move up a little bit. There we go. There's another time in and another time in. So that's great stuff. So guys are definitely trying to get on and make sure they get a time at the moment. De Wit is still battling, I think, to try and get a time. He's obviously, this should be coming up right now. Let's see where he's going to put himself. We're coming into the right turn at the moment, then into the left, and then through start and finish. So let's see how De Wit is. Oh, he's gone in, he's gone in, he's gone in. Let's go back out there and let's have a look at some of the top position holders. Oh, that's a bit wide there from Robbie. Nearly lost it there, but he seems to held it. He's currently in fourth place. So let's have a look and see on board with him and see how it's going to go. It's nice, nice big track, so you do get the opportunity to have a look. Foss is there. We could have a look at Foss and see where he is, and let's see if he can put up. So let's go back down to Foss and see where he's going to be. He's obviously going and trying to put up a great time at the moment. They're down in the 135s at the moment, 134s as well. He's at 134, so we'll see what's happening. Sector 1 we're in right now and having a look at what he's going to do. This is where it has to be. If you go wide here, you've got a major problem because your time doesn't count. And let's have a look. Did he... so he's dropped down to 5th place. Staff in prime position there, number 3, and then Gav, and then obviously Wes. That's done quite nicely. It looks as though De Wit is in the pits, but I'm sure he's going to be coming out in a couple of minutes to see if he can just set that up and make sure he's going to put up a smashing time here this evening on this Grand Prix. So we'll keep you informed on the times and what's actually happening. Gav Pig, I'm sure, is going to go into the pits, which he is, as I mentioned. He's in the pits, so let's see if they're both doing a bit of adjustments to see if they can get quicker times there. Nice to see some of the positioning. We've got the judge man himself also in the pits, so we'll see what's going on there. Not too sure quite what's going on, but we'll have a look in a couple of minutes to see how that's taking place and what's actually happening there. So let's see who is moved out. So we got, let's have a look at the outer lap here from Devet. Let's see what Devet can do right now, DW. We're going to go back to him now any second. There we go. So got both these guys on the outer laps. Let's have a look at where we're going to be. Going to keep it tight, just a little bit wide there. Tucking in though and keeping it tight, and let's see what we've got. A little bit of a nice. Nicely tucked in there, great stuff. Let's see what time he puts on. Oops, no time again. He's got to watch himself. I know that he's pushing the limits, but you have to be so careful on this track, because if you don't stay within the guidelines, you will not have a time registered. So let's see what he can do on this. This is possibly his last chance. We've got 2 minutes to go, so he has to do it now. And the same as Judge, he also has to put on that time, because if he doesn't put in that time, he will not be in a position on the podium here. Sorry, on the race grid. He'll be right at the back, and I think both of them are trying desperately to ensure they keep themselves and get themselves a time at the moment, because I know it is difficult here in China. So Wazi also on and out a lap. He's waited for the last second to get out there. I mean, Wes, what did I say? Sorry. Wes is out on a outer lap. I'm not feeling too well this evening, so that's obviously my problem. 1:39, so he's right down at the bottom anyway. Let's see. Oh, I think you've lost it there. You're not going to get a time. Yes, he has. He's got a fantastic time. He's just pumped it. He's actually just pumped a 1:32, and that's fantastic work from Devet. Lovely stuff there. Waited for the last second, came up to take pole position. So great stuff. Just under a minute to go for the qualification. And let's see, there we go. Gav Pig comes in at second, so he's pushed down. Let me just quickly spot what's happening there. Yep, it's done. This is Wes. A little bit wide. I think he's lost it, so I don't think he'll change. Nope. I think they're pretty much done. Got 15 seconds to go, and then it will be done. Over. Yep. Around about 3 minutes remaining before we start this Grand Prix, and I'm sure everybody's going to be pumped up to go. 13 drivers this evening. Here's Gabby. Judge man coming through. And let's see what he's doing. So yeah, we're here ready to go. We're going to start the formation lap and have a look what's going on. We've started on the formation lap. So this is purely just to get the tires going, everybody up and running. It looks as though there doesn't seem to be any problems. We're going to come straight down into turn one here. That's, before you get up to there, it's around about 185 kilometers an hour. Then you sort of gear down into about 105 kilometers an hour through these S's. And way, way down, as you can see, the guys are just making sure they warm up those tires, make sure everything's going well. And we want to make sure we have a good view of the start of this race. So if you just joined us, welcome, and thanks for joining us. We're going to be giving you a bit of commentary on the African Academy Online Racing League. This is the Chinese Grand Prix. You've got some pictures which you're basically seeing of what would be the Shanghai International Race Circuit. And guys, you can have a look what's going on. It's 14 racers in on the grid today, and hopefully we're going to be bringing you all the fun and action here as mentioned. It looks like it's I'm sure it's Wazzy. He has got such a bit of an internet connection, which is a little bit scary to me because, wow, that car is all over the place. But here we go. They should be lining up right now, so we can have a good look and a good viewpoint of what's actually taking place here at the Grand Prix. So they should be lining up. Yes, they are. They're lining up. Everybody seems to be getting in line and getting in position. And we're almost ready to go. 14 drivers, 28 laps. And we'll be seeing what's going on and who's going to be going where. The lights are almost a go. And as I said, it seems like a go there. No accidents to report of at the moment, so it's a great start for the McLarens, followed by the Red Bulls. Looks as though there's a bit of tightness going on there. No incidents to report as yet. The front of a car just gone off, sliding. Here we go through this turn. So we seem to be okay so far. Everything looks good. Lots of space on the track, a little bit wide there. Great views we're bringing you of this particular Grand Prix. And yep, all seems to be good. No incidents to report of so far. And really great driving. Nice thing to see them all sort of compact towards each other. There's no real problems as yet. And it looks as though we're going to have a nice smooth round through this session. Just letting you know. So that's going to be a great Grand Prix action for us. It looks as though the judge has moved up slightly. So that's great news from there. So we're going to see exactly what's going on there. We're also going to have a couple of online sort of driving with some of the guys. We're currently online with the Sackman currently in 8th position. And there we go. A nice time put on for the start of this Grand Prix by De Wit. And that's quite a good time from sort of stop to start at 1 minute and 40 seconds. So I'm sure there's going to be a much better times today on this particular Grand Prix. As we just pop our way up through the order, we're on with Pete Bullis at the moment. Just in front of him is Staff. And here we go. Some nice driving, keeping it tight. So some great racing from the guys. Here we are on with Staff at the moment. Sort of going up on the lines, checking what's going on. Oh, a little bit wide there from Staff, but I'm sure he's going to sneak that back in. I think this is Foss, but we'll check now. Ah, it's Blixen. And yep, we'll see how he's doing. Coming up to the 50 mark, putting it in, and obviously looking for an opportunity within there in the details of making sure he stays right up with that Ferrari. We're on board with Robbie, and that distance between Robbie and the guy in front of him, who is Gav Peg, He's getting a little bit wider and wider. So let's just go to the top 3 runners right here. We'll stay with Gav Pig for a little while. Just get some. Ah, wow. They're on the super soft, so trying to make sure they're going to be looking after those tires so they can stay out longer and longer. But it seems as though some great driving from these top 3 as we go into. We're coming up to the DRS section. So that's going to give the ability of the guys, as soon as they activate it, to make sure that they look for those opportunities to get past one another, especially down this long straight towards the almost 100-degree turn to the right at the bottom of this track, and then through start and finish. So let's see how that goes down. Yes, tries to sneak in. Oh, there's a bit of a bump there. A little bit of a cut in there from Gav Pig. So let's have a look and see from this position. Gav Pig just taken over a position on the McLaren. So he's in between both McLarens at the moment. I think it's Wes. No, it's DW. This is, we're on board with Wes. Yes, correct. So we're on board with Wes. Just in front of him is Gav Pig. And then having a look. Nice to see that everybody's still in the race. Race controls just indicated that DRS has now been activated. So that means if you're in a certain distance behind the car, the ability to actually just push the button and make sure that back wing of yours goes absolutely flat, and then the speed's up. So let's just jump to Gav Pig, because I'm sure he's going to try and get past. Here's the DRS activated. And he's looking, he's got a brake at the right place. Yes, here we go. So he's looking to come through, looking for that opportunity right now. Oh, a bit wide there from Gav Pig. Let's have a look at all 3 of them right here. That's a great view to check these guys out. So here's first, second, and third, basically an arm length away. And I can tell you, this is these guys are very competitive when it comes to this form of racing. They're going to be looking at every single opportunity. Already the tactic of how to drive, what to do, when to make it lean, when to make it rich, is already going through their minds. So that pushing of the buttons to enrich, make sure they conserve fuel, but at the same time try and get the maximum out of these machines as possible is what they're trying to do. So really looking at one another. So Gav Pig number 4, looking for that opportunity. Just behind him is Wes. And we can pop it down a little bit. There we go. Here we're online. We're on board with Wes now. And you can see right in front of him, this is very close driving. As I mentioned, very close driving. Let's pop it back up and have a look at where they are and how far they could be. We'll have a look down the straight here. Signboards given out. Lots of people being told what to do and how to do it. And let's see. So right in front, as I mentioned, Devitt. Second at the moment is Gav Pig. Third is Wes. And really some strong opposition for Devitt just behind him, looking for any mistake that Gav Pig can capitalize on. That's what he's going to be looking for in this race. Just pop back a little bit from there, not too far from there. It looks like it's Renault. There we are. We're with Goose, and he's obviously in 15th position at the moment. Let's pop back to first place. Here we go. Having a look at this interesting bit of work that's going to happen. Yes, he's looking for that opportunity. He makes good on that opportunity. Both of them have got DRS on at the moment. They're coming down. It looks as though Wes has got the position. He's taken the inside, so he has right away. And what a move that was from Wes, making sure that he got the inside of that lane and kept it. So I can tell you right now, this is going to be an interesting bit that's happening between the three of them. Just coming right down at the back is old Robbie. But I'm sure this is going to be... We're going to stick with this group because this is really exciting stuff for all of us as we watch Gav Pig. I think he's going to try and get past Wes, probably in the same place. Lots of space to actually overtake in this Grand Prix. So I don't think there's going to be any problems there based on what I've seen so far between these guys. So I think it's going to be really great to view this. And, you know, hopefully what we can do is just pop it back. Over here in fourth now, currently running is Robbie. Robbie's in fourth. Here's Pete Ballas. So there is a little bit of a battle going on between these two. Still a little bit too far to actually, obviously, put on the DRS system. So, but I can see Pete Ballas is really pushing that to get that up to maximum speed so he can come around Robbie there. I'm sure that's going to take place. So looking there. And it's really great to see such close racing going on. I'm just going to take you up and let's go back to the front line. Here we go. So now the gap has been extended. And I don't know if Gav Pig's gone in. Yes, Gav Pig's gone into the pits. So he's going to do a little bit. Let's see how fast they are. Are there any changes to be made? He's gone to the super softs. So he's on the super soft. So now it's all up to the boys in front. They're going to have to make that change. So if we quickly go up and have a look at that, that's going to be quite interesting. Let's see where he comes out. So there's Springbok number 21, Springbok Gamer. There's so now we have both of the Red Bulls running together. Obviously, we know that Gav Pig's got fresh tires, so he's going to be a little bit quicker than most of these guys because they haven't done any pit stops as yet. Oh, a bit of hard braking there from Springbok Gamer. Let's have a look. Coming down. That's all done and well. Oh, a little bit wide there from Staff. Where are we? Here we go. Gav Pig. And then, as I said, we've got the two Red Bulls sitting together. That's Foss in the green helmet. I should know that. And then Mr. Stratham, Mr. Ivan Stratham, there he is. The number 21, obviously still in the race. There is his partner who was forced to take that particular car, which is a Williams, due to a technical problem. So it will count for McLaren. So even though he's he's had to have that car because that's his teammate. And then here we go. Back now. Here it looks like Staff's in 10th. Let's pop up the scale. Looks as though second place now is Robbie. Robbie's come up to second place. So obviously some pitting that's been done. DW is still out there. I mean, if we talk about what's going on, I mean, this is incredible. I don't know what the conditions are of his situations, but we can activate them and have a look exactly where he is and how far he is based on the information that we have. So let's do that. Let's have a look at full. Yeah, there we go. Let's make that position changes, stops, tires. So, and this is, I've just got to be careful because the guys use the information that I put up on the screen to obviously strategize. So I've got to be quite careful. So I want to do this as quickly as possible just to have a look there. So yeah, Gav Pig on the softs now. There we go. Nice time from him. So there we go. 7 minutes, 7 seconds, 16 seconds, 20 seconds, 22 seconds, 30 seconds, 31 seconds. So yeah. And it looks as though if we go quickly to, oh, so there's a bit of a change. Who's that in the pits? It looks like it's Ivan. Ivan's in, he's out. Great stuff. So he's out. There's Judge. Judge is up to 12th. Sackman's 11th. Amazingly, Sackman's still on the medium compound, not on the soft compound. And I think he's sort of strategizing to go as far as he can. So here we are now with 1, 2, and 3. Nice time by Gav Pig on the softs anyway. Another good time. But we're going to stick with this. Here's Robbie. Now let's have a look. Where have they pitted? What is the situation here? So not pitting yet. Fossey's just gone in now. So we still got the top 3 currently that have to pit. Wazzy has pitted, and he's just in front of Gav Pig. So that strategy may have worked for him. Here we go. He's in the back markers though. That was a very near miss. It looks as though, oh, he's got to watch himself. He's gone a bit wide, but he seems to be okay. Gav Pig's gone past. Seems to have been a penalty there, which we need to take into consideration. So that's going to affect the end result anyway. So here we go. On lap 12, 5 seconds stop and go. My goodness. So obviously rushing into the pit lane, that may overall affect what's actually taking place. So currently the leader has, which is Robbie, has not gone into the pits just as yet. And I think the strategy was, his fueling is okay. He's got a pit window on lap 11 to 13, so he has to come in basically now. And there's an 8 seconds difference between Wes, Gav, and himself. So let's have a look. Let's see. I'm sure that he must pit now anyway. He's going to have to pit now. It's either now or the next lap. So he's pitting now. Got to watch himself. Got to push that button. So let's have a look. There's Gav Pig. Here's the start finish. Robbie's still in the pit lane. Let's see where he ends up. So the three are back together now. Lot of looking for opportunities still from Gav Pig on Wes. Oh, he's out. Let's go back up to Gav Pig. Even what Wes. Let's stick with Wes. We can see the opportunity. We can stick with Gav, and maybe let's see. Let's go on board with him right now. There we go. So I'm sure DSR is actually still activated. And a little bit of corner cutting there. See if he gets away with it. Here he's got to be sharp as well. I see the boards are taken down. Here we go. Keeping it tight. Oh, that was nearly lost there. So still with Gav Pig. Right, so it looks as though DeWitt is actually catching up. Let's stick with him. And then we get the opportunity. I'll just take that off the screen so you can see where they are. So there is still a slight distance between them, but I'm sure he's going to catch up to this top two quite quickly now. And it looks as though we've got the back markers, so I just want to spice our way through. Yep, we're already on the back markers. Let's have a look at Gav Pig where he is. So he's looking for that opportunity to come in really tight on this corner. But to hold it, that's the question. You know, it's sort of the car just throws you out and wider, so he's looking to capitalize on that right now. See if we can get past Wes. All looking, all good. And where are we now? I just want to see. Yes. So a little bit off the pace there. When I say a little bit off the pace, he's climbing them quite quickly. Making sure David here. We're on board with David. And we're coming up to that back marker extremely quick. A little bit of a oompy there. So let's stick with this group and see what happens. So blue flagged over there. Oh, Gavin's gone in. He's gone into the pits. I think Gavin's realized he has a bit of an issue when it comes to tires. This is the problem now. Gav, I think he's putting on super softs. I think he's fallen back dramatically. We can go along. Here's Pete Bullis and it looks like Rob. We're on board with Rob. Oh, Robbie looking for an opportunity to take Pete. Pete just going a little bit wide there. Got to tuck in really tight here to keep it on line and then swing it back to the right, and then it's going to be into a left as well, and then another left. There we go. Screaming it down here, looking for the 150 mark board. Now it just needs to slow that down a little bit and get that right. Obviously Pete unaware exactly, I reckon. You can see him in, if you look down on the rearview mirrors, you can see him behind him. Here's the DRS type. Let's go, here it comes. Let's see if this opportunity is taken. And if he is taking the opportunity, late braking from him there. Looking which way to go. Both on the mediums. I think both of them pretty aware of where one another are in this particular area. A little bit wide from Robbie there. I mean, obviously looking for that opportunity, trying to get past. And I think both these guys during the practice were doing exceptionally well. Popping it down. Let's go up a little bit. See what's taking place here. So the two team members for McLaren watching each other. I don't know who's got the team orders here today, but I'm sure they're both competitive drivers, so one or the other is not going to let the other one win, but I'm sure they won't be doing any nonsense with one another to make sure or ensure that those championship points are maintained. Let's go down a little bit. So here we are with Judgy. Just in front of him is old Foss. Keeping it smooth. No retirees today, so that's great stuff, and I don't want to. I don't want to hurt that. I'd like all 14 guys to finish today. Here's Gooseman. Currently in 11th. Just ahead of him is Ivan. And by a long way off, let me tell you. Nice bit of driving there from Ivan. Gav's down to 8th. Up with Springbok Gamer himself. And I think just from that perspective, he's from the leader, he's, you know, basically 49 seconds behind him. He's had 1 stop. Gav's had 3 stops, which has obviously affected him quite badly. And I'm almost sure he's going to be regretting those 3 stops. Nice stuff there. Just in front of him is Blixkami. That's why I just say BL. And then just in front of him, Staff. And there is quite a distance, guys. There's quite a distance between the two of them. And in 4th place, Robbie now. Oof, very much under braking there. So great stuff and great driving from Pete Bullis into 3rd position. And just taking over somebody, I'm sure. Could be Gooseman himself. Yep. Voss is there. Something happened to Sack. So Sack is out at the moment, I think trying to get back into the race for some reason. In lap 21, so not far to go now for the leaders, basically 7 laps. We've got Ballas pitting here, let's go. We just joined Wes as he's leaving out of the pit lane. Just don't cross the line. Well done. Comes in behind Staff. Staff's moved up to 3rd. Second stop for Wes. He's gone and made sure that he's got the super softs on. Interesting stuff. Just putting it on here. Just watching all corners of this particular little battle going on here between Wes and Staffy. DRS activated, which is really going to give him a pickup speed. Nicely taken there by Staff. Wes looking to catch up to Robbie, who's just taking the first bend right now. And here we go on board with Devitt, or Devitt should I say, or DW. Also going through the sections, making sure that he's maintaining as much pace as possible. Went with the softs, which I think was a great idea. Gav Pig just put up the fastest time again. He's moved up to 6th though, or Gav Pig. We're in lap 22 of 28, on board with the current leader of this race. And doing very nicely. Here's number 2. Coming up against the back markers. So the back marker will be flagged. Great driving. Very smooth through that chicane area. Here once again, good stuff from the back markers, giving the number 1 driver on the track as it currently stands the right of way. Just moving down. Let's move down again. On board with Gooseman. nicely done. On board with Springbok Gamer. Just in front of him is Strader Marvin. And let's just have a look at number 3 laps to go. Oh yeah, the Honda McLaren's just put in a amazing time there. So I think the action is probably still up here. Here it is, look at this. Here we go, looking for that opportunity. Nice drive. Staff in 4th. So a little way behind. This is going to be the fight here. I think we're going to stay on board. We've got 2 laps to go. Let's stay on board here now with these 2 guys, because this is where I believe the action is going to be. I just want to move over to maybe broadcast view. And there it is. There is the overtake. And there's the difference. I mean, there's the super softs versus the mediums. I mean, for me, this had to be the area where it's going. Here's a nice aerial view of this particular shot. You can see immediately now Wes is now just easing away. I don't think Robbie's got anything to come back on him due to the tires and the situation he's put himself in. Clever move by McLaren. And if we currently look, we're almost on the last lap. Let's just go on board with the current race leader, DW. Let's take what we've got off so that we can have a good view of what's actually taking place. Great stuff. A deserved win at this point in time. A great drive. great strategy put in place by De Wet to actually get here. He's coming into the last turn, and he's extended his lead. So really great drive by the McLaren team. I think they're going to be, from what I can see, first and second. And I think that's it. He's has he taken, or is there one more lap to go? No, there's one more lap to go. So this is now the final lap. Yep, this is the final lap. And he's doing it in his stride. Great drive from the boys this evening. We're on board, or should I say we're viewing the last couple of seconds of this race. We're on the leader, De Wet, really doing a fabulous job this evening. Strategized well, came in at the right times, put on the right tires, made sure that the lean and the fuel settings were correct. And as we go for the last time with the leader around the last two corners, this apex to the right, and then finally down a long straight, turning left almost 90 degrees, the start and finish right in front of him there. And for 2018, De Wet actually wins the African Academy Online Racing Academy's Grand Prix for China. Bit tongue-tied there, but well done. Let's just go. All of them in third. We have Robbie. Second, we have Wes. And then the number one driver, as I mentioned, De Wet, for the China Grand Prix. Well done, guys. Fourth position, Pete Ballas. Then fifth. Oh, a smack and a half. A smack and a half. There it goes. Pieces of, I think it's Fossy's car. He's going to be out. So well done to De Wet, then Wes, then Robbie, and then Pete, Staff, BL, Gavin down in seventh. I don't think he'll be too happy with himself, knowing that he was almost leading this race. Well done, guys. If you're just watching the last bit of this race, Goose 12th, well done there, Goosey. But I'd like to just thank all of you for watching today, and hopefully I'll feel a lot better for next week, and we look forward to seeing you again. There we go, two Hondas, the McLarens up in front here. There. The nice lifting of the trophy. Well done, guys. And well done, Robbie. Fantastic stuff. Great stuff. So, once again, thanks for joining us. We wish you well this week. And have a great, great week. And we hope to see you next time here on the African Academy Online Racing League for South Africa. Thank you.